everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. Today we are going to be doing a tag video. So I haven't done a tag on my channel in what feels like forever, and recently I was tagged to do this one by my friend Anthony over at Anthony Andrews. Thank you for tagging me, Anthony. And I kind of fancied doing something a bit lighter and a bit more fun today, so I thought this was the perfect time to do it. I will leave Anthony's video linked down below, and I'll also leave the original video down below as well. I also feel like this is a really nice time to do this tag because the tag's purpose is to kind of get to know me a bit better, and we have had a lot more subscribers join the channel recently. Hi to anyone who's new. Thank you so much for coming and checking out the channel and liking me enough to stay. I really appreciate it. So hopefully newer people can get to know me a bit better through this video if you care to. So jumping straight into the questions, question number one is, what do you study / what is your job? So I am a junior editor at a indie children's publishing house here in Leicester called Sweet Cherry Publishing. I will leave links to Sweet Cherry's things down below. So this is the first proper job I've had since graduating. Last summer I graduated from the University of York with a philosophy degree, and I moved to Leicester and basically got my dream job pretty fast after that. At Sweet Cherry Publishing, we publish everything from highly illustrated baby books to middle grade adventures to YA contemporaries and simplified and repackaged classics. And as a junior editor, I do a lot of content creating, so I think up ideas for new books. I even write some of the younger baby books myself. I do a lot of editing. I work closely with authors to make their books come alive. I proofread during the later stages of other projects, and I write copy for blurbs and synopses. I work closely with the design department to make sure that illustrations are closely mirroring the text. Essentially, I do loads of different things. I think that's a really cool part of working in a small indie publishing house, because everyone gets the opportunity to do so many different things on so many different projects and just see it all, which is so cool. I love my job. It's always been my dream to work in publishing and be an editor, and right now, I just kind of feel like I'm living the dream. I didn't really expect to get onto this career path so quickly after graduating from uni, and I just feel very happy and very lucky and very appreciative. Question two is, what is your favourite social media channel? 100% YouTube, because Booktube. That is if YouTube counts. If YouTube doesn't count, then Twitter, because Book Twitter. Book Twitter is such a lovely space, which is full of people, in my experience, who are so kind and supportive of one another and uplifting and open. And I feel like it's a really good platform for you to get to chat to a lot of people in the community in a much more in-depth and frequent way than we actually get to on Booktube. And ultimately, everyone just loves books as much as I do there, which is such a nice thing to be part of. Question three is, if you had another channel, what would it be about? So I'd have to say lifestyle for this, kind of encompassing things like fashion and skincare and food and working out. They're all things I absolutely love. Cameron and I, my boyfriend and I, have such an obsession with vintage clothes. We have a really nice collection, if I do say so myself, of vintage jumpers in particular. So I probably just gush about those and talk about what I got where and what my favourite pieces are and what I style with what to create different outfits. Skincare is another thing that I absolutely love. I've loved it for many years, and I'm always trying out new skincare products that are ethically sourced and don't test on animals and have natural ingredients and that kind of thing. I just love all of that kind of stuff and having a skincare routine. Also, working out is something that is quite an important aspect of my life, and food, and just generally living a healthy lifestyle. So I guess I just kind of conflate all of those things into a general lifestyle channel. Question four is, do you play any instruments? I do. I play quite a few different instruments. So I have grade 8 on the flute. I've been playing that since I was about 7. I also have grade 8 on the recorder, which I've been playing since I was like 4 years old or something. I can play all 5 different sizes of recorder. So there's the sopranino, the descant, the treble, the tenor and the bass. And I also play the piano. Question 5 is, what hobby hobbies do you have other than reading? I mean, playing music is one of my hobbies, as per the last question. I play my flute the most because it's my favourite, it always has been, and it's the one I'm best at, so I play that the most. But I also really do like playing the piano whenever I'm back at my mum's house. I just don't have the piano in the flat here with me. Working out is another thing that I do in my spare time. I'm not really sure if that counts as a hobby, but there we go. I love doing a mix of things really. So I like going to classes with my friend Margot. We do a mixture of cardio classes and weights classes. And I also really like doing HIIT workouts with Cam. Cam's very good at working out. He does it quite a lot, and it's very fun going with him because he just knows what he's doing and it's very motivating, so that's fun. Working out generally is just really fun for me. I probably do it about 3 or 4 times a week, so that does take up quite a bit of my spare time, I guess. Question 6 is favourite TV shows. At the moment, my favourite TV show is without a doubt Downton Abbey. Recently, I bought the entire 6-season box set and I started watching it right from the beginning, right to the end, and it's the best thing. I also love Call the Midwife. That's one of my favourite TV shows ever. I think it's season 7 that's currently on telly, so that's great. I love my Sunday evenings. Basically, my favourite type of TV shows are family-friendly, feel-good, emotional TV shows that have a hint of romance and a hint of drama. As you can probably tell from what I've talked about so far, the BBC adaptation of Robin Hood will forever be my favourite ever TV show. It was so good. Me and my mum and sister loved that so much. I also enjoy crimey TV shows every now and again. I absolutely love Broadchurch. That is one of the best TV shows I've ever seen to this day. And sometimes I like something a bit darker and a bit more gritty, like Peaky Blinders. Cameron and I absolutely loved Peaky Blinders. Question 7 is, what got you into reading? Reading has always been a part of my life. I can't remember a time when it wasn't part of my life. So saying what got me into it is kind of difficult. I guess the answer is my mum, mainly. My mum has always loved reading and my grandma loves reading. So I was read to from the day I was born, I think, and I've basically not stopped since. Question 8 is, what are your favourite and least favourite genres? My favourite types of book to read are literary fiction novels. It's not really a genre, but oh well. And I also love classics, so they're probably my 2 absolute favourites. But I also really like historical fiction and children's fiction and poetry a lot too. My least favourite genre would be horror, I guess. I would never read a horror book. It doesn't really appeal to me much at all, so that's never something I gravitate towards. Neither are kind of thriller, crime, mystery novels. They're just not really my thing. I also don't really like straight up romance novels or straight up comedy novels either. Question 9 is, what books define your childhood? There are so many answers to this question that I could give. This is so hard. And I'm sure my mum will watch this video and say to me after, oh, what about this? And you forgot about this. So the ones that immediately come into my mind from when I was really young are Percy the Park Keeper, Postman Pat, Dr. Seuss, Winnie the Pooh, Franklin, Roald Dahl. Oh, and I absolutely loved Custard the Dragon. If you haven't read Custard the Dragon, then you must. As for when I got a little bit older, Jacqueline Wilson was my queen. And finally, question 10 is, tell us an interesting fact about you. I am the biggest Disney fan ever. So we're talking like all of the early classic Disneys up to about 2005, I'd say. I know those films like the back of my hand. Me and my sister Jade had all of the cassettes of those films when we were younger, like every single one that had ever been made, and we would just watch them over and over and over again. I remember one day we were both ill off school and we had our sleeping bags down in the living room, laid out on the carpet in front of the TV, and we were watching The Lion King 2, which was one of our favourites, and we watched it about 7 times, I think, that day. We would just get to the end and then rewind the cassette right back to the beginning and watch it again and do that over and over again. I can basically quote the entirety of the Lion King 2 film from start to finish, and I can also do that with Beauty and the Beast and Brother Bear. And I'm not exaggerating when I say I can do that. I've seen those films an extraordinary amount of times and I have a very good memory. I remember when Cameron and I first got together when we were like 17, and I told him that I could do this, and Naturally, he didn't believe me. So one day we sat down and watched The Lion King 2, and I quoted the whole thing over the top while we were watching. Still to this day, his mind is absolutely blown that that happened, and he loves telling people that that actually happened. So yeah, fun fact. So that is it for this tag. I hope this was enjoyable for you all to watch. I know it wasn't particularly booky, but I thought it was fun, and I hope you learned something new about me. I'm going to tag a few of my friends to do this tag if you want to do it and haven't done it yet. So those people are Izzy from Izzy Reads, Rachel from Rachel Marie Book Junkie, Lily from Lily Eleanor Reads, and Rick from Another Book Vlog. Thank you all so much for watching this video. As always, I know I say it every time, but I'm so full of thanks to all of you. I hope you're all having really nice weeks, and I'll see you next week with another video. Bye guys.